just looking through the old photo album. Boy, you were a cute kid.
Yeah, I was sort of cute. Oh, look, there I am at 7.
An angel.
Here I am at 11.
Adorable.
Look, here I am at 15.
The beginning of the end.
Hi. How did the audition go?
Great. Oh, you should have tried out, Dorothy. Everybody was really stinky. You might have gotten a part this year. Rose, don't be silly. Dorothy couldn't get a part. We're doing the award-winning musical Cats. You have to be agile, graceful, and sensual.
You're right, Blanche. I mean, how could I possibly compete with you? I mean, you've given some of your finest performances in back alleys.
Dorothy's Bornak, I resent that remark. Have you been talking to Ed Tyler? That man has such a big mouth. Which reminds me, I want to go give him a call. Oh, gosh, she's really a character. She's also a cheap slut.
Hi, it's me, Stan.
Who cares?
Oh, hi, Sophia. Babe, I was out taking a drive listening to the Dodgers on the radio, and I got a sudden urge to see a ball game.
Well, fine, Stanley. If you leave now, you can make Dodger Stadium in 5 days. Drive carefully.
Wait, Dorothy, I was thinking about us. Good old days back in Brooklyn. Ebbets Field. Remember those warm summer nights, sitting in the bleachers, eating hot dogs, rooting for the Dodgers and kissing passionately between innings?
Stanley, you never took me to Ebbets Field.
No? No! Oh, it must have been one of the guys from work. Yeah, that's it.
I've heard enough.
No, please, Dorothy, you'll have the time of your life.
The time of my life? Stan, the last time you said that, it took 12 seconds. And I ended up 3 months pregnant at my own wedding.
Look, I'll level with you. I got 3 tickets to today's ball game, and I can't find anyone to go with me. Guess I don't have many friends.
Oh, who are you kidding? You don't have any friends. I'll go with you, Stan.
Ma, you will?
I'll be waiting in the car, Stanley.
Dorothy?
I can't think of anything in the world I would rather do less.
Really? Would you like to go to bed with me?
Take me out to the ball game. Stanley, these seats are pretty far from the field.
Yeah. Dorothy, baseball was meant to be seen from the bleachers in small, intimate parks with real grass. If there's anything I hated, it's artificial turf.
I've never stopped you from wearing it on your head.
Sophia, I'm having too much fun to be bothered by your insults. Are you comfy, babe?
Yeah. You know, this must be my lucky day. I usually end up sitting next to a fat, sweaty man who insists on taking his shirt off. What kept you?
Do you want a hot dog, babe?
No, thanks.
Yeah, how about a sun visor?
No.
You want a nice cushion for your chair?
How about cutting the crap, Stanley? Why are we here, and what is it you want from me?
Okay, I was going to wait until after we sang Take Me Out to the Ball Game, but I'll level with you now. I'm having a little business problem.
What's the problem?
I'm bankrupt. Dorothy, I just need a few bucks until the end of the month.
Oh, come on, Ma. We're leaving.
Wait, I gotta see at least one man bat. What a hit!
I got it!
Ma, you all right?
Fine. Only next time, Salvador, either we stop low on the bed or remove the headboard. We rushed right over from rehearsal. How is she, Dorothy?
Now, the doctor says she's fine. She's just a little shaken up. Right now, rest is the best thing for her.
She's a tough old broad.
Well, I knew she'd be okay. Something similar happened to me back in St. Olaf. I was injured during a spirited game of go-whack-a-noggin.
Waskawakanogany.
It's a lot like baseball, except instead of hitting a ball, you whack yourself on the head. After 10 whacks, if you're still standing, you take first base. It's usually a very low-scoring game. Rose, let's go check out the coffee shop. Maybe we'll meet some cute doctors. Hello.
He's married.
Goodbye.
Those two here for a CAT scan? How's the patient?
Will you turn off that damn light? I'm trying to sleep. Where am I? Who am I? Why am I so wrinkled?
Don't be alarmed. Temporary amnesia is not uncommon. Sophia? It's Stan. Do you remember me?
Stan, tall, yuts, head looks like a monkey's behind.
She's gonna be all right.
How you feeling, Ma?
I'm fine, let's go home.
Mrs. Petrillo, I'm Dr. Corley.
Pleased to meet you. Well, goodbye.
Mrs. Petrillo, we'd really like you to stay with us for the next 48 hours.
Please, for half the price I could go to Club Med, get a nicer room, better food, and not be forced to pee in a Dixie cup. Is there a draft in here?
You're cocking that bed.
There's nothing wrong with me. I'm in tip-top shape. There's no reason for me to stay here. Medic!
Calm down. What's wrong?
These two are driving me crazy. They drink milk off the floor, they scratch the furniture, and this one just coughed up a fur ball. That was not a fur ball. It was a
Rose, who
raspberry.
cares what it was? Now quit driving Ma crazy.
Dorothy, our director said to prepare for our roles, we must become cats. That's why I've been playing with your ball of yarn. And Blanche has been making those high-pitched screeching sounds in her room at night.
You've been practicing for this part for a lifetime, haven't you? Ma, listen, the doctor said you are supposed to be in bed.
Oh, I'm fine.
I just came from the hospital. They told me Sophia was discharged. Is she here?
No, I haven't taken her out of the trunk of the car yet.
Oh, there you are, Sophia. Are you okay?
Hey, I just spent 2 days in the hospital, naked under a sheet with strange men inspecting my body with cold metal instruments. Which reminds me, has that Tyler returned my call? Come on, Blanche, we need to rehearse some more. Will you help us, Dorothy?
Oh, all right.
Maybe we can find an old rug to sharpen our claws on.
Yeah, how about the one on Stanley's head?
Sophia, you know, it's been a long time since we had a talk.
Very good reason for that. I hate talking to you.
What a great sense of humor. What would you say if I told you I have come up with a great way to make some fast money for us? And all you have to do is lie on your back.
I'd say you're about 50 years too late on that one.
I'm talking about a lawsuit. If we can show that you're severely injured, we can sue the ball club and the ballpark for a lot of money.
I'm not severely injured.
Well, yeah, you can fake it. I have a good doctor friend who will back you up.
I'm appalled, shocked, disgusted. How much money are we talking about?
A couple of $100,000 at least.
A couple of $100,000?
Where's Ma?
Down here, paralyzed. What? Sophia! Oh, dear.
Ma, I insist on taking you back to the hospital.
I don't want to go to the hospital. Well, Sophia, you ought to at least see a doctor, huh?
The doctor's coming.
What doctor?
He's a friend of mine.
We're going to the hospital.
Dorothy, this guy is good. He's probably the most learned, respected, important neurologist in the state of Florida.
How'd you ever meet a man like that?
We were judges at a wet t-shirt contest.
I'm calling the hospital.
No, Dorothy, stop. Look, I really feel like this is all my fault. That's why I'm getting him. He's the best, and I'm going to pay for it.
You paying for something?
What are you saying? I'm cheap?
Well, of course she's saying you're cheap. You're the only man I know who owns a timeshare dog. Ma, listen, I'm taking you to the hospital.
No, I want Stan's doctor. I trust this sweet man.
Mom.
Sweet. Ma, you hate Stan.
Not anymore. Now I love him. Love, 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 love this man.
Oh, Ma, now what the hell is going on?
Let me tell you something I've never told a living soul. When I was unconscious, hovering between life and death, I began a journey toward a great white light. Along the way were all the people who went before me. I saw my parents. I saw your father. I saw the Ritz brothers. Believe me, they're much funnier dead. As I was about to enter the light, a voice boomed. Before you can enter the gates of heaven, you must patch things up with your ex-son-in-law Stan.
You see, babe, it's all part of the big guy's master plan. I am but a humble servant.
Mr. Belvedere is a humble servant, Stanley. You're always his ass.
Hey, big guy. Everybody, this is Dr. Jerry.
Dr. Jerry. Oh, it must be great having just one name. You don't have to worry about people misspelling your last name all the time.
Is your last name difficult to spell?
Yes, but I'm getting better at it.
This must be your patient.
No, Jerry. It's the old paralyzed lady on the couch.
Doctor, I just don't understand. She was fine this morning.
Ladies, could I ask you, please, for complete silence? Never mind, I thought I heard a radio going next door. I'm trying to catch a baseball score.
Will you please get on with the examination?
Okay. Open your mouth, say ah. Yep, she's paralyzed.
That's it. Get out. Out.
Dorothy. Oh, nice going, Dorothy. It's not going to be easy to get him to come back here for another house call.
I cannot believe that you asked this man to examine my mother.
That's one doctor whose bedside manner I have no interest in.
We definitely need a second opinion.
I wouldn't go to bed with him either, Dorothy.
Ma, I am taking you to the hospital. No. Why not? What? Are you trying to tell me that possibly there is nothing wrong with you?
No, I feel better just lying here. The ride in the car could only make me feel worse.
Yep, she's right, Dorothy. Sometimes just lying motionless is the best thing a person can do.
That didn't sound right when you said it on our honeymoon, and it doesn't sound right now.
Shortstop should have had that one.
Nice going. I can come and walk around with you in my wheelchair.
How you feeling, Ma?
No improvement.
I'm sorry. By the way, you're wearing your knee brace on your neck. I know Ma is faking. She is not really paralyzed.
It's only natural for you to feel that way. At the counseling center, we learned that the first reaction to catastrophe is denial.
Rose, I am not in denial.
Oh, yes, you are. You're just denying you're in denial.
Rose, I am not denying that I am in denial.
If you're not denying you're in denial, then you're in denial.
Look, Fluffhead. Why should I deny being in denial when I never said I was in denial? You are the one who said I was in denial, and don't you deny it.
Listen, Dorothy, I think your mother's faking too. But what if she isn't? Just try putting yourself in her position. Do you know how much it hurts to have someone you love not trust you? I sure do. Rose, I was about to tell a story. I want to tell one. Dorothy?
Boy, this is a no-win situation. But go ahead, Blanche.
Fine. You may never get to hear my story.
Then I'm wrong. It isn't a no-win situation.
I was still in high school at the time, and I was having an affair with a very handsome exchange student named Jean-Pierre Fontainebleau. I think he was French or something. He was always sneering, and he wore a beret. We were never allowed to wear berets when I was in high school. It was against the St. Olaf dress code. They did let me wear a paper cap a lot. It was long and pointy. More a cone shape than a beret. Anyway, Jean-Pierre must have known about my reputation for playing the field, because right from the very beginning, he was convinced I couldn't be faithful. He would spy on me in my classes. He'd follow me home from school. Some nights, he would even shinny up the oak tree outside my bedroom door, hoping to catch me in the act. What act?
Second act of My Fair Lady.
Finally, I had to tell Jean-Pierre I could not take it anymore, and we broke up. I was completely crushed.
I guess you really liked him.
No, I really liked the American boy he was rooming with, Bobby Joe Nugent. We'd been having an affair for months in the one place Jean-Pierre never thought to look. The Eiffel Tower. Actually, it was in the cutaway Oldsmobile that they kept in the driver's ed department at school. Oh, Lordy, the things I did in that car. It's a good thing old St. Christopher had his back to me.
There's no doubt about it. She's faking.
Dorothy, I didn't learn to do that till I was married.
I meant Ma, Blanche. And I'm gonna go prove it right now. Hiya, Ma. How you doing? Oh, Ma, I feel dizzy. Oh, there's a pain going up my arm, my chest. Ma! Oh.
Answer the door, Dorothy, please.
Ma, it's my heart. My heart. Run into the kitchen and get help.
Who am I, Lassie? That you'll load me into a burning barn. I'm coming. Stanley, my favorite ex-son-in-law. How was the trip to the attorney?
We've got to talk. What's wrong with Dorothy?
She's faking a heart attack, I think.
Stanley, you're not going to get away with this. I know you're just doing it for the settlement.
What makes you think I'm not doing it out of love for Sophia?
Because you are a liar, a cheat, and a scuzzball.
Sure, dwell on the negative. Sophia, we've got a major problem. The insurance company won't accept Dr. Jerry's medical report.
Why?
I don't know, something about his prison record. They insist you be examined by one of their physicians. This is a real bummer. We've gotten this far and it's suddenly starting to all fall apart. It's over.
Stanley, don't worry. I'm 82 years old. My bones are brittle. My muscles are atrophied. My circulation is worse than U.S. News and World Report. There's no physical they can give that Sophia Petrillo can't fail.
I'll go tell the nurse you're here.
That's a lovely chair. Oh, thank you.
Oh, I'd give anything for an electric wheelchair. I just don't have the strength to push this like I used to.
Oh, that's too bad. Oh, look, if things go well, I'll give you this chair in a couple of weeks.
Oh, I wish I had your positive attitude. The doctors told me it'd be a waste of time.
Doctors, what do they know? They spend 20 years in medical school. They still don't know enough to warm their hands before they do a breast exam.
Unfortunately, they do know I'll never walk again.
Oh. Stan, did you hear that?
Yeah, terrible. You got any gum on you?
Stan, these poor people. How can we take advantage of this situation?
Sophia, we've come this far. Just think about the money. Think about it so hard that you block out everything else. Especially him.
Hi, I'm Timmy. What's your name?
None of your business. Leave her alone.
The nurse wants to know if you'd mind if this little boy goes ahead of you.
problem?
Oh no, you need to see a doctor just as much as me. I'll wait my turn.
No, kid. It's your turn. I don't need to see a doctor. You were right, Dorothy. I was faking.
Sophia, I'm shocked. Dorothy, I had no idea.
Stanley, I used to think you were the scum of the earth. I have just downgraded my opinion.
What I did was wrong. I feel humiliated in the presence of you courageous people. I offer you my heartfelt sympathy.
Well, what do you say, everybody? Shall we forgive her?
Stanley, I'd like you to meet some of the actors from the community theater. They'll be performing Cats next month.
And the kid, is he an actor too?
Yes. Or maybe you've seen him in the Burger City commercial.
Are you the little boy who jumps for joy when you get 2 hamburgers for the price of one? You stunk.
Are you ever going to talk to me again?
Dorothy, what you did was a mean, dirty, underhanded trick.
I had no choice. It was like The Exorcist. I was battling Stan for your soul.
Well, I'm off to rehearsal. It's such a nice day, I think I'll walk.
Like that?
No, I'll probably take longer strides when I get to the sidewalk.
I meant her costume. I mean, people are going to think she's nuts.
I think she's nuts anyway. This will confirm it. Rose is in big trouble. That's Dreyfus. It took 2 guys to pry him off the Steinberg's plastic flamingos.
Dear Rosen Island, your application to start an unauthorized chapter of the Elvis Presley Hunka Hunka Burning Love Family in your neighborhood and or trailer park has been accepted.
This is the happiest, most fulfilling day of my life, which makes you the most pathetic human being on this planet. Well, I love Elvis. Oh, Blanche, I would be honored if you would be the first member of the Hunka Hunka Burnin' Love fan club. I graciously accept and promise to do a good job as president. Why should you be president? Well, because I saw Elvis and Harem scare him over 50 times. Well, so did I. I have every album he ever recorded. So have I, and every single. I slept with him in a Motel 6 outside Chattanooga. Congratulations, Madam President.
Blanche, why did you say that? You didn't really sleep with Elvis Presley.
Dorothy, back where I come from, there were a lot of hillbilly boys with mutton chop sideburns named Elvis. The light was bad in the bayou. It could have happened.
Blanche, you never slept with Elvis Presley.
Oh, all right, all right. But I once did make love to an unattractive boy named Ernest, and in the middle of it, I cried out Elvis's name. Technically, I think that counts.
Oh, what's the matter?
Esther Weinstock is dead. We grew up together. She was my best friend.
Oh, I'm so sorry. What happened?
She was fighting an oil rig fire in the Gulf of Mexico.
She was 88.
Well, it's great that she was able to work right up to the end.
I'll go back to Brooklyn with you.
I'm not going, and you know why. I guess the body was lost at sea.
Ma doesn't want to go to the funeral because Esther's husband.
Max Weinstock will be there. I will not stand under the same roof with that miserable botchagaloop, and you know why.
See, years ago, Max and my father were business partners. They ran a pizza knish stand at Coney Island. One day, Pop came home and said that Max had gambled away the profits. Well, they went broke. Ma never forgave him.
Years ago, Max and my Salvador were business partners.
They already know, Ma.
Oh, that's what I figured. I got my heel caught in the carpet. Sophia, she was your best friend. Are you sure you don't want to go to her funeral? Of course I want to go, but I swore a Sicilian oath I would never cast my eyes on Max Weinstock again. And nothing you can say or do will make me change my mind.
I'll pay for both tickets.
Book business class. If I have to sit through the Three Amigos, I'll need champagne. Let's get out of here.
Ma, we have to pay our respects to the family. And listen, if you see Max, I don't want you making another scene like you did at the funeral.
Scene? What scene? It's not my fault the klutz tripped over my foot and nearly fell into an open grave.
You didn't have to yell, "Start shoveling, boys," as he tried to get up.
Sophia?
Dorothy, do you hear a dog howling?
Behave yourself. Hello, Mr. Weinstock.
Oh, my goodness, as I live and breathe.
Unfortunately.
You're little Dorothy Petrillo.
That's right.
You haven't changed a bit. Same gorgeous smile, pretty eyes, beautiful figure, long golden blonde hair.
You have cataracts, don't you, Mr. Weinstock?
Since 1967.
Let's go.
Sophia, Esther would have appreciated you being here.
I love that woman. She was the best, which is why she deserved a better husband instead of a miserable, no-good, low-life sleazeball.
Sophia, if you knew now what I knew then, so what?
If you've got something to say, spit it out, Weinstock.
Don't push me or I will.
There, I pushed. Too bad you weren't on a flight of stairs.
Ma, you're creating a scene. Look, that was a long time ago. Forget about it.
I can't forget. This man stole money from us. Because of him, our family went hungry.
Ma, we never went hungry.
Some nights I felt like dessert.
Sophia, I kept a secret for 40 years because I didn't want to break your heart. But now that I know it's made of stone, you might as well know the truth. Brooklyn, 1949. We were sitting at this table playing a spirited game of gin.
That's 4 in a row. Tonight's your lucky night, Sal.
I hope that'll continue once we get home.
The man buys a new t-shirt, trims the hair out of his ears. Suddenly he's Charles Boyer.
So how was business today?
Terrific. We didn't have a pizza or a knish left on the shelf.
Well, I'd love a cup of coffee, huh?
I'll get everybody some. Here, let me help.
Max, there's something I have to tell you.
What's wrong?
The week's receipts. I lost them on a horse.
You what?
I got a tip. It was supposed to be a sure thing.
I don't believe it. That means we're out of business. We're through.
So's my marriage. When Sophia finds out about it, she'll put me out on the street. Max, I'm sorry.
Coffee will be ready in a minute.
Oh, Sophia, I have something to tell you.
Wait. Let me tell her. Sophia, we're out of business. I gambled the money away.
That's not true.
I wish it wasn't. That's what happened. I'm sorry, Sophia.
I don't believe it. This is insane.
Calm down.
Calm down. Calm down. Did you hear what he just
Listen,
said?
this guy came to me. Salvador wanted to tell you, but I wouldn't let him. I cared for you both too much to let your marriage break up. And Sal felt so guilty he never gambled again. It was worth it.
That was a very lovely thing you did, Mr. Weinstock, wasn't it, Ma? Wasn't it, Ma?
Forget it.
It's ancient history.
Oh, say something to him.
I can't. Sicilians have a hard time with apologies.
They also have a hard time passing wet cement without putting someone in it. They manage.
Max, there's something I gotta say to you.
What?
The knishes. They're pretty good.
Apology accepted.
Well, that about concludes the first meeting of the Hunka Hunka Burnin' Love Fan Club. But before we adjourn, our secretary has a real special surprise. A genuine Elvis artifact. It's a partially eaten pork chop. He had beautiful teeth, didn't he?
This has to be a fake. Elvis would never have left this much meat on a pork.
Dorothy, you're out of the club. Meeting is adjourned. Thank you, ladies. See you next week. Thank you for coming. Well, I hope you're not too upset over this, Dorothy.
I've just been thrown out of an unauthorized Elvis fan club. I'll try to pick up the pieces and go on. And there must be a support group for people like that.
We're sorry, Dorothy, but the bylaws clearly state that any derogatory remarks about the king are grounds for immediate expulsion. Maybe you ought to join an organization that is a little less fanatical in its devotion, honey.
Like what, Blanche? The PLO?
Do you know what I hate doing most after a party? Trying to find your underwear in the big pile? Cleaning up the dirty dishes, you twit. Listen, why don't we just leave this mess and go out and get something to eat?
Yeah, I'll ask Ma if she'd like to come. It'll do her good to get out of the house.
Oh, she's been so depressed since she got back from that funeral.
I mean, she lost one of her oldest friends, and even though she made up with Mac, she knows that she'll probably never see him again.
Well, you go and get her. We will try to cheer her up. You don't want that poor little thing getting sick over this. No.
Mom! Oh, my God!
Dorothy, what is it? What, honey? Oh, good Lord.
Mom, what is going on here?
Afterglow.
Nice to see you again, Dorothy.
You too, Mr. Weinstock. When did you get in?
Oh, you mean in town yesterday?
You should have called. I could have made you dinner. Before you slept with my mother. Ma, this is the most upsetting thing you have ever done. I am shocked. I am disappointed. I am speechless.
We're getting married.
I am very lightheaded.
Dorothy? Oh, good. I think she's waking up. Oh, honey, come on, sweetie. Here, darling. Are you all right?
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, I'm fine, Rose. Oh, that was strange. I've never fainted before.
Me neither. What does it feel like after you faint?
Like this, Rose. Ma, I think it's time that you explained all this nonsense about getting married.
It's not nonsense.
And we're gonna do it right away.
Look, Dorothy, I know that you'll probably find it hard to understand,
But when I saw your mother again after all these years, something happened. We talked, we laughed, we held hands, we fell in love. Actually, we got a hot dog before we fell in love. But the point is, we're crazy about each other. And if this turns out to be a mistake, what the hell? We'll probably be dead before we find out.
Kiss me, you poet.
They are so cute together.
Oh, I know, isn't it romantic?
No, it isn't. It's ridiculous. Ma, this is the biggest mistake you have ever made in your life.
Fine. Don't come to the wedding. Who wants you? But just remember one thing. If you want to send us a gift, we're registered at Jordan Marsh.
What are you doing? Sending out the invitations for Sophia's wedding.
Oh, well, listen, forget about that for a minute. Rose, do you know what we need? An Elvis impersonator.
That sounds great, Blanche. I thought we'd get a new dishwasher first, but this could probably come in.
I mean for our next club meeting, Rose. Membership has been waning. Maybe this will generate little interest.
Oh, Blanche, that's a terrific idea.
That's a terrific idea.
We're going to hire an Elvis impersonator for our next club meeting.
Dorothy, if you were picking out an Elvis impersonator, how would you pick a good one?
I'd thump on his belly and see if he's right. How the hell should I know? And why the hell should I care? You threw me out of your crummy glove.
I'll start working on it just as soon as I finish with the invitations for you-know-who's wedding.
Look, Rose, I would rather not talk about Ma's wedding.
Dorothy, don't you think it's time you gave her your blessing? We've hired a caterer. We've ordered the flowers. The invitations are being sent out.
Blanche, how can I give her my blessing? She has hated that man for 40 years, and now suddenly, after a 3-day weekend, she decides to get married. I cannot believe that someone can fall in love that quickly.
My Charlie asked me to marry him 10 minutes after we met. Of course, we were only 7 at the time. My mother was so cute when I told her. She said, Rose, honey, you're just a little girl. You have your entire life before you and the whole world to see. Now you wait until you grow up and get sophisticated and marry at 15 like your sisters.
But you didn't.
No, I was always kind of the gypsy of the family. The rebel. I wanted to see the world. That's why after high school I went to St. Gustav University to study Latin.
I didn't know you studied Latin.
First in my class. Orothy Day. Well, what do you think? Sophia, that looks beautiful.
It's absolutely gorgeous.
Don't you have to be a virgin to wear a white wedding dress?
Please, the last time I was a virgin, the Louisiana Purchase was still in escrow. Doesn't matter anyway. No one's going to see this dress.
What do you mean?
According to Sicilian custom, I can't get married unless I have you-know-who's blessing.
Who?
Dick Clark. Dorothy, you idiot.
Dorothy, your mother's talking to you.
Dorothy, I spoke to your Aunt Regina in Sicily this morning to tell her about the wedding. She told me I'm in for some very bad luck unless I have the blessing of my eldest daughter or my child with the most facial hair. Either way, all arrows point to you.
Ma, you know how I feel. I cannot give you my blessing.
Dorothy, I love you. But if you ruin my happiness, I will put a Sicilian curse on you that will be like hell on earth.
You can't put a Sicilian curse on your eldest daughter if the mother is marrying a man under 5'7". You're not the only one with Aunt Regina's phone number.
Damn MCI.
Well, where'd she go? The wedding's about to start. Is that you, Sophia?
No, it's Merlin Olsen. I'm watering my forget-me-not bouquet.
Honey, we've come to help you get ready.
The wedding is on.
What's going on? Where's Sophia?
She's locked herself in the bathroom. She has pre-wedding jitters.
Sophia? It's me, Max. Now what's all this nonsense about not wanting to get married?
Oh, Max, I love you with all my heart. The time we've spent together has been some of the happiest of my life. But my Dorothy might be right. Maybe it's not possible to fall in love so quickly. Maybe it's not possible at all at our age. But it sure felt like it the other night when we were walking along the beach and you took me in your arms and you said, Sophia, look up at that beautiful moon. I wished I could throw a lasso around it and give it to you. That's how much I love you. And then I said, darling...
Ma, stop. Stop. Ma, listen, I have to talk to you.
Who's in charge here?
Well, what's the problem?
I'm the caterer. It's 2 o'clock. The guests are waiting. Why isn't the show on the road?
Ma, I know you're in there.
The wedding is off.
She doesn't approve.
She doesn't approve. Now look here, Stretch. I have 100 cheese puffs and a sensitive assistant, both on the verge of collapse. Whatever the problem is, overlook it. My mother did with my marriage. And if you say something smart, I'll slap you silly.
This is a private moment, so butt out, Rambo. I have a confession to make. Ma, I came here to beg you for the last time not to get married. I didn't want you and Max together because it looked like you were cheating on Pop. I know it doesn't make any sense, but I still think of the two of you as being married, and I didn't want Max taking Pop's place. But now that I see the two of you so much in love, I realize I was just being selfish. Ma, I want you to be happy. And I know Pop would too.
I love you, pussycat.
This is more moving than Susan Hayward's climactic speech, and I want to live.
You're ready to fly right out of here, aren't you?
Well, excuse me for living, Anita Bryant.
Couldn't we please get married already so I can get in on the hugging?
Places.
Oh, Sophia, honey, I want to wish you all the happiness in the world. Oh, thank you, Blanche.
And Sophia, I want to offer you a traditional Scandinavian wedding blessing. Gefleckte Flaffen, Flaffen Flöfen, Verfetter Flingen, Verflaffen.
I'm really touched. I'm also soaking wet. All right. One group hug, and let's hit the road.
Oh, Sophia, honey. With the wedding list, or everyone in Max's family appeared on the Ed Sullivan Show.
Who cares already? Let's just do it.
We are gathered here today to join this man and this woman in matrimony.
I just love weddings.
Oh, me too, me too.
You think you'll ever get married again?
Oh, I don't know. I don't think so.
Me neither. How about you, Blanche?
Oh, absolutely. If the right man ever came along, of course he'd have to have the body of a Mr. Mel Gibson, the personality of a Mr. Johnny Carson, and the financial resources of Mr. Donald Trump.
I have a feeling the three of us are going to be together for a long time.
And do you, Max, take Sophia to be a lawfully wedded wife?
I do.
Then if no Elvis in this room has any objection to this union, I now pronounce you man and wife. You may kiss the bride.
What is a crazy thing for me now? It is spending time with you. I want to stay with you forever so that I can see you, love you, and care for you. Do you know what is a crazy thing for me now? It is spending time with you. I want to stay with you forever so that I can see you, love you, and care for you. I feel magical when you are around me. I feel that there is a connection of the heart and soul. I have seen love before, but I never felt that great before. I can say proudly that I love you and your love is great. You are such an amazing man. I have seen love before, but I never felt that great before. I can say proudly that I love you and your love is great. You are such an amazing man. You have awakened a part of me. You have created something I've never knew. You not only care about me, but you always respect me as I am. You have accepted a part of me, and that makes all the difference to me. You are such an amazing man. I have seen love before, but I never felt that great before. I can say proudly that I love you and your love is great. You are such an amazing man. I have seen love before, but I never felt that great before. I can say proudly that I love you and your love is great. You are such an amazing man. You have awakened a part of me. You have created something I've never knew. You not only care about me, but you always respect me as I am. You have accepted a part of me, and that makes all the difference to me. You are such an amazing man. You have awakened a part of me. You have created something I've never knew. You not only care about me, but you always respect me as I am. You have accepted a part of me, and that makes all the difference to me. You are such an amazing man. more.